In this video, I'll be talking about 6 locations from 6 different films. So starting with Taxi Driver, which is Travis Bickle's bedroom. Travis Bickle's bedroom reflects his character. This is from how he is run down, rough and dank, showing his depressing environment. The cluttered room makes it seem smaller and claustrophobic from how he keeps all his possessions in a small space. It looks unclean, again suggesting parts of his character and how he may not look after himself properly or isn't capable from his mental stability. Using something like this for my own film, as I'm setting the majority of my film in a protagonist's bedroom and I want it to reflect my character's personality and life, like Bickles does. Next up is Trainspotting. So the majority of Trainspotting was shot in Edinburgh in Scotland, in the rough and gritty areas. Again, the film reflects the character and their troubled lives as they are heroin addicts. The film explores many locations, the majority of which are run down and dirty, and the characters' apartments lack furniture, revealing how their only care in the world is their next hit and their home is just somewhere to take drugs in. Housing in the film usually contain peeling ceilings, damaged walls, mould and lack of light. They have purposely been made to look disgusting to show how the characters are unhealthy and aren't looking after themselves. Using a location like this for my film would work well, as it would show how my character is slowly turning round and how he lives on his own, no one to look after or to be looked after. So next up, I will be talking about Dexter and his kill rooms. Even though these rooms are covered in plastic wrap and aren't exactly the locations I'm looking for, I have still gathered inspiration from them. They are mostly all small and confined, and though these are a lot to take into consideration. Most of the rooms he kills in are carefully thought out. They must be abandoned and isolated, which is an element I really need to include in my film. They also link in with the victim. For instance, when he kills Jordan Chase with character Lumen, the kill room is a camp which Jordan Chase owns, where he used to take his own victims and rape and kill. The room is disorientated and old. The wood looks as though it is rotting. This could be because the camp is disused and was shut down for many years ago, linking with the whole idea with abandonment. This whole idea with disuse and abandonment is something I really need to look into, as I'm thinking of using a railway station where the murder location is, so I definitely need to look into areas like this. And also, Dexter has really influenced me in looking into areas which are abandoned and disused. I also really like the fact that Dexter sets up his kill rooms in a place which is intimate and meaningful for his victims, as this gives a dark twist to the show. The kill room is an essential part of Dexter's murder ritual, and finding the perfect location and setting up properly is an extremely important moment for him. So, Kill Bill. The caravan which Elle Driver and the bride have the fight scene in. In this scene, the bride and Elle Driver fight in a caravan where Driver is staying. The location is again confined with an element I am looking into. This means the audience can pay more attention to the details of the location as there is less space. The caravan is run down and contains old-fashioned items such as the old-fashioned television. It has been dressed to look grotty. For example, the curtains, shelving and light fittings seemed old and worn out. The caravan is full of possessions, making it seem more crowded and cluttered. This is kind of a realistic edge to the film, as it seems though someone is living there and really using it. When Elle Driver gets thrown into the bathroom by the bride, there is a 60s looking wallpaper which is heavily patterned. This type of detail really adds to the whole impact of the film. This has inspired my own film, as I really want to add all those little details in and have all those little props within my confined bedroom space for my character. So using inspiration from Kill Bill has really helped me decide what to use in my room and how to reflect my character. Next, I'll be talking about Bronson. So when Charles Bronson gets sent to the psychiatric hospital, he is held in a dingy, small cell, which resembles a cage, making it seem like the patients are treated like animals. The room has peeling walls and the space is unclean, which again reveals to the audience that the patients are mistreated and kept in poor conditions. In other scenes in Bronson, there are shots of Charles Bronson in cage-like cells, where there is lack of light and what looks like nothing than an empty space within the prison cells. This shows the audience at the extent the police have to go in order to keep Charles Bronson under control. This has inspired my own film, as for my bedroom for my main protagonist, I really want the room to seem old and run down, which I really think the film Bronson displays. Lastly, I'll be talking about the film The Shining. The hotel in which the family is staying in has extremely long corridors, which reveal how alone and vulnerable the family are in such a large hotel. The hotel also has really heavily patterned wallpapered walls in the scene where Danny first meets the twins. This extremely distracting wallpaper contrasts against the serious situation, as the colours are bright and powerful. I think having these colours juxtaposing against the horror make it seem tense for the audience, as it is putting a disturbing situation with a juxtaposing room, making it seem strange for the audience to see. The Shining's contrasting colours have really inspired me, as I would really like to use bright colours and heavily patterned wallpapers, as I feel like it would add a twist to my film and juxtapose against the man's depressed state. So yes, this has been my location research. I very much hope you enjoyed, and I will see you for the next blog post.